What limiting beliefs do you have around aging? Well, I did a survey in my community of thousands of women and asked them what were their most powerful limiting beliefs around aging or issues or fears they had about aging. And I'm going to share with you the top three. And I was actually surprised at one of them, but once I figured out why people had it, it made complete sense. And what do you do when you shift these? This is the surprising way to slow down the aging process, is changing your limiting beliefs, because your beliefs are the most powerful part of your experience of self. Whatever you believe, you create. Belief is energy. Wherever your energy is focused, that energy flows and that becomes your reality. That is why it's so important to examine your beliefs and go, what's that going to create for me? Especially as we move into new phases of life and new experiences. I've heard from a lot of my students online. They said, well, I know all this, but now I'm having this new experience and I get to apply what I know to this experience. And that's the case. It's like we suddenly forget what we've learned when it comes to being affirmative, when it comes to being a creator, and we get to take that information and practice it in a new life experience. Now, we're growing older every day of our life, so that's not anything you can avoid. But how you choose to experience the aging process is an opportunity for you to take a hold of. Now, if all of this is new to you, I'm Carol Tuttle. I'm the best-selling author of 8 books. This is a great book to start with, Mastering Affluence. It goes over 6 areas of our life that we're creating in constantly every day. Our spiritual experience, our mental and emotional. That's all the inner workings, the inner landscape, inner space of us. That's where it all starts. Then we move to the outer world. The inner world creates the outer world. Our physical experience, our health, our vitality, our weight, our relationships, and our experience with money. We're constantly creating our experience with those 6 areas every single day. And so let's look at these top 3 beliefs and notice, well, first of all, if I were to ask you, and I want you to share in a comment, what is something you fear about getting older and the aging process? A great way to know what that is just finish the sentence, what I really fear about getting older is. And what comes to mind? Share. See, now it'll be interesting to see. Share that in a comment. Let's see if any of these are actually one of yours. The first one, and this is the one that surprised me. I had not considered this because I don't have this fear. But I understand the root of it, because this is connected to something else that creates this, which is I will become insignificant and have less value as I age. I thought about that and I went, why are people afraid of that? That's so fascinating to me. And then it dawned on me. Well, it's because they believe their doings in life create their value. And they're believing that somehow as you age, you have less ability to contribute, to add value through your doings. So now you're less significant. So the first flawed belief was that your doings, your contributions through what you do in life creates your value as a human being. Your value, and I teach this in Remembering Wholeness, is innate. I also teach this in all my other books. That is a constant. It's your opportunity to go within and tap into that and make that a vibration that's held as a constant. I teach you how to do that by eliminating all of the limiting beliefs that suggest otherwise. Now, if you have cleared up that belief that what you do in life creates your value, and you now just have a constant state of I am valuable because I exist, it eliminates this belief. I am significant no matter what age I am, because my significance and value is a result of just being me. So take a look at that. And, it's interesting to me that came up for people, and you can eliminate it by eliminating the root flawed belief. It gets rid of this one, because I honestly had no resonance with this. I went, why are people believing that? Well, I've made that correction decades ago. It was in my early 30s that I really worked on that, adjusted that flawed belief that my value was a byproduct of what I did in life. That I started to really tune into and get in touch with my innate eternal value as a being of God, as a constant. And that's become a steady constant in my reference to self. And I want that for you. So you just certainly don't need to think you're going to become less than because you're older. And why choose to believe that somehow you're going to be able to do less? That's a stereotype. All right, the second one, I will be less attractive and less sexy as I age. Now, women really spoke to this because there's such an emphasis on youth as beauty in our culture, that we're only attractive if we're more youthful, and that women get dumpy, frumpy, and less sexy, but somehow men become more dignified and charming as they age. And we've seen culturally the stereotype of is men, I know from my lifetime, I'm 63, and in my lifetime, it was somehow culturally acceptable for an older man to marry a much younger woman. I'm not promoting either one of these. I'm just referencing some stereotypes. But yet if an older woman were to marry or be in partnership with a much younger man, that was looked down upon. Now, your relationship business is your business. I'm just suggesting that there's some gender stereotypes about aging, and one of them is that you'll be less attractive and less sexy as a woman. Now, that's only if you, again, this is a byproduct of another belief, and the flawed belief that creates this fear is youth is more beautiful. That as we age, we have more movement in our faces, more lines, more dynamic, deeper creases, wrinkles. We have more going on with our necks, and there's a lot you can do to shift that. I've done it personally. That's for another video. But it starts with this belief, and this flawed belief will actually prematurely age you and will do a number on your skin, for one. So you want to shift that I am beautiful at every age and phase of my life. I am attractive no matter what age I am. I am a beautiful woman, good-looking guy, no matter my age. As you embrace that belief, you create that, and you actually slow down the aging process, and you maintain a healthier expression of self. So how you doing with that one? Was that one of yours? Now the third one. I will have financial struggles as I age. People have that belief, no matter their age, but it becomes heightened and more potent because if you don't have the preparations, and let's say you still rely on a profession or your career activities to create income streams, then if you retire or you are not able to continue in the workforce, you somehow don't have income. And so you want to create residual income, and you want to create financial stability and affluence as you age. And so the opposite of that, next week I'm going to have my top 10 affirmations for anti-aging, and you'll learn one of the affirmations has to do with money. So in the meantime, let's create financial affluence no matter what age you're at, and that you'll make correct choices to support you in creating this as something you have as a resource as you continue to grow older. And you'll create that because you believe it. So which of these three false beliefs do you have that's actually aging you and setting you up to create a very negative aging experience? Aging is a part of life. Growing older is just something we do every day. How you choose to age is up to you. I just wrote and recorded and published one of the most powerful 3-week healing plans I can offer because it's one of a kind. It's very unique. I am not aware of anything else like this in the marketplace, in the healing world, and that is the 3-week plan for anti-aging. It addresses all these limiting beliefs. There's 3 powerful clearings. You do several clearings each week, but the 3 main ones was Clearing for aging negatively in general. Longest clearing I've ever written. Longest script for clearing with the most negatives and the most reframes. I was kind of floored. I'm like, wow, this stuff is prolific and people need to wake up to what they're just participating in and they don't even know they have a choice. And you've got to consciously show up and say, I'm going to create what I want, rather than just fall into the trap of the cultural programming. And the other one is clearing session for negative aging, body, all this stuff that's just stereotyped as, well, that just happens when you get old. And the other one was negative clearing for negative aging, skin and complexion. Because there's so much you can do. Did you know your skin cells turn over every 5 weeks? We certainly want to have beliefs that support that being a valuable process for you that helps you maintain a healthy complexion and healthy skin as you age. As we are prematurely aging ourselves with the beliefs that we hold, I've changed them. I want to help you change them as well. Go to caroltuttle.com/anti-aging and get involved in this healing plan. We're doing it as a group. I'm going to do it with you. The group and the Healing Center members will all be going through this together. It doesn't, you know what? If you're in your 30s, 40s, you should start this now because you want to shift this so that you move into the next decades. You're going to be set up for a very different experience if you didn't do it. It's so much easier to prevent progressive aging and negative aging than to have to reverse it. And that's what I've had to do. And give yourself the tools you need to set yourself up for a positive aging experience with the best outcomes. And if you're in my neck of the woods and you're in your 50s, 60s, or 70s, it's not too late. You can shift this. The body, the mind really helps open the body up to respond differently and become much healthier and actually reverse your aging experience. So I'll see you over in the Healing Center. Check it out. It's powerful. It's a one-of-a-kind resource online. I'm Carol Tuttle, a healing expert. Thanks for subscribing. I want to close by sharing a comment. I love your comments. Thanks for adding comments. This gal said, for the Don't Dress Your Age, Dress Your Truth, one of my most watched videos. It's for a panel of us, all of us at the time of filming. We're 50 and up. She says, I love this. I'm a boho woman who is 78 and have never defined my style by my age, which is great. We don't want to define ourselves by our age. It's just a part of, I happened to be born this many years ago, but it's not who I am. It's just, it's kind of like, my brown hair doesn't determine who I am, and neither does my age. So who I am is my choice to live my truth, and I want to support you in doing the same. Thanks for watching.